Welcome to another episode of Into the Unknown. I have a guest with me today, R2D2. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I am R2D2 and I beep more than I boop.
Excellent. Well, welcome, R2D2. This is an interesting era in ufology. There is a disclosure in the air, or is it? I just saw the new Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day, a couple of days ago, and I have thoughts about it. I'm sure you have things to talk about too. Is that right?
Yep, I've got all sorts of shapes and sizes and a smattering of orbs.
Excellent. So why don't I just kind of set the stage by talking a little bit about Disclosure Day and just sort of my thoughts on what's going on. And I'll try to make it brief. I think my my larger thought is that ufology has been an interesting space for the last many decades, 70 years almost, and there was a new life that got breathed into this space in 2017 with the New York Times article. The whole field sort of went mainstream, and there was a flurry of activity with personalities coming forth, credible people. There's Lou Elizondo, there's Major Carl Nell, David Grush. There are all these whistleblowers, not to mention Commander Fravor, who was a pilot in the Navy with the Tic Tac incident. So there's a lot of activity, a lot of credible people bringing their testimony forward. And so that's really valuable, super important, interesting data points. But it's not hard evidence, right? So it's still at the end of the day testimony. I mean, we have hard evidence in the form of some videos um, and some documentation, released from the government, but there isn't that, oh my gosh, look at this saucer moment, or even the government acknowledging those sources. So we're kind of in this space where we have this interesting release of material and testimony, but not something that you can touch or point to or that everyone can agree what it is. There's still enough room for uncertainty. And in this space, Spielberg, the master movie maker that he is, saw a wonderful opportunity and made Disclosure Day. This is coming on the heels of a number of interesting disclosure documentaries and movies. Bob Lazar has a very interesting one out. I'd love to talk about that. Disclosure Day itself, you probably haven't seen it. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I all I will say is keep the expectations low when watching this movie. It's an interesting watch. Some of the craft of the movie making. I mean, in terms of the camera movements, is amazing. It's really good. But as far as the story goes and how much it moves the field forward or captures the public consciousness, I am not that convinced. Um, so, anyways, I kind of went on the sweeping arc there and set the stage. But curious to hear, I know we haven't spoken in a while. Where are you in terms of your interest in this area, and where do you see this field right now?
Well, it's exactly like you said. Don't keep your hopes up, folks. It's there's too much. Um, uh, you know, it's like a carnival atmosphere surrounding something that's pretty much unclear at the moment. Everything is festive around it. Everything is, uh, you know, glazed with mystique and suspense. And, the whole thing is wrapped in a tantalizing, enigmatic, um, um, uh, wrapper. But, nothing's clear at the moment. the only things that's clear is, the names, the titles, the disclosure, even the word, look at the name of the movie, Disclosure Day. Even the name's an oxymoron, and uh, I can tell you this. There's been uh, talk about a possible UFO sighting over a busy Southern African airport. So for the first time at least, we have tangible evidence of something happening outside the geographical continental U.S. That's so compelling. But when you take a closer look at it, you know, um, they say there were glowing orbs in the sky, that there was a latest batch of previously classified documents that were released by the Pentagon this Friday. But and it said, quote, transparency, unquote. Uh, but in keeping in view, the first two document drops that we have from the government papers last month, Friday's prank of more than 50 files contains absolutely no proof of the so-called tantalizing videos and written accounts of possible alien encounters or anything other than perception, vivid imagination, or conspiracy theories. So I'm pretty lost at the moment. The only thing that's making sense to me right now is that Avi Loeb has been assigned chair of the, let me read this so I get it right, the UAP Science Advisory Council to the U.S. government. And
Really?
there's five founding members. Now, Avi is going to be chairing this. The first one is Dr. Richard Cloete. He's a data analysis and data management, and he works in AI. Dr. Regina Sarmiento. She is also a data analysis expert, and she also works in AI. Then we have Professor Matthew Zitagus, who is in instrumentation and data collection. We have Dr. Devish Nandal, numerical analysis and astrophysics. And the last one is Dr. Omar Eldadi, who is also in AI and human psychology. My God. We have people with profile, we have people with credentials, we have people with, but they're all people. We're the little green men. Where'd they go?
That's exactly right. So we it's great to see the people coming forward. They obviously they have something to lose, and some might argue some things to gain, but they have these great credentials and they're bringing the story forward. But some of these people claim to know exactly where the good stuff is. They have told us that they have told in um, intelligence settings, skiffs, exactly where the facilities are that are holding the craft. And that was a year ago or 2 years ago, when these congressional hearings started, and some of these people were talking to uh, in skiffs and in behind the doors meetings. I would have expected by now that we would have gotten something more than sort of better packaged versions of what we have heard before. And I I think you kind of have to applaud efforts like this Avi Loeb News of Advisory Council. But I mean, what they're advising, somebody, maybe even the president. The president has said disclose. So we're in the interesting place where I'm not quite sure what to make of these government drops. There's kind of like a couple of possibilities that I see. There's apparently there's a presidential directive to disclose what we have on UFOs. So if we have good stuff, clear images, daylight, high resolution imagery, um, not blurry or orbs, um, you know, some of these. program whistleblowers have said that they have that what's been released so far isn't the good stuff, that they have better quality videos. Well, where are they? The government should have dropped them by now. Apparently, the president is on board, the DNI is on board, like everyone wants to release. So there's a couple of scenarios I see. One, they just don't have anything. They are releasing what they have. This is the best stuff they have. And so the people that have been claiming that there is like better stuff behind the doors, they're just wrong. And that's kind of disappointing, but it'll be nice to know that's what it is because I think clarity is, like they say, sunlight is the best disinfectant. It'll be good to know that this is all we have. And yes, these are the blurry images, the tic tacs, and type of imagery, and this is all we have. And that's not nothing. The Syrian fast UFO that was released, I mean, it genuinely sort of blew me away. I think it's something, but it's not what people have been hoping for. And then the other possibility is that the legacy program is so deep, is so undercover that they are immune to presidential directives, the DNI, the CIA leadership, the FBI leadership. They don't care. They are hiding. They are off the books. There might even be private contractors at play. They don't really care what goes on in the government. And we're just not going to see it disclosure through official channels because the official channels just don't have ownership of these materials. So any reaction to that? Is still there, R2D2?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
I'll say this. Disclosure number three from Friday's drop is, well, to me, the most compelling of the entire drop. Essentially, it's five different incidents. Incident number one is orbs launching orbs. Now that's something new, or maybe a twist to something new. Some of the agents have been reporting that they observed multiple instances of an orange mother orb that was launching smaller red orbs. So they like color. Red's my favorite. So incident number two is that some of the agents also reported observing a large fiery orb projected against a ridge line at an approximate distance of about 1,000 yards. And incident number three is a dark kite. They said that they saw a thin or a dark kite-shaped object featuring one red light and one white light at a very close estimated range. And then we have incident four, in which the kite becomes translucent.
Huh. So I'm
So
looking at these videos from war.gov. I don't know if you can see the screen. Is it any one of these?
I can't see that one. I can't see that screen.
Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Let me change that.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Is it
Yep,
any one of these
you
by
got it.
chance?
You got it.
The first
Scroll
one?
down to number four, red orb.
Okay. Let me try and
There you
see.
go.
I haven't seen this one. I have no idea what to make of it. It's so blurry. And
You see that? You see the breakup?
yeah, I do see the breakup and it's moving. I don't know if it's the cameras that's moving or the orb that's moving. Um,
That's the thing, you know. I don't know
Like,
why they
why?
don't finesse
How
it.
did this rise to the level of disclosure? Is is my comment on some of these. I mean, I'm trying to read the associated text, and I don't know why this can type of video should be select. I assume these are being selected. They're not just uploading literally everything they have, that there's some kind of curation mechanism, or maybe there isn't. And they're just kind of literally uploading everything they have. In which case, it's understandable that some of these are just not going to be very good. This one, I have no, I mean, this could just be completely prosaic, normal explanation for this. But sorry, not to undercut your point. Did you find this interesting, this particular video?
I didn't find the video interesting. I'm with you 100%. But I did find the description very
Okay.
unique. It wasn't like
So talk to me
the
about the
typical,
description.
yeah.
Yeah, so the description. Yeah, no, that certainly is interesting. You know, the one that I found really interesting, I don't know if you've heard this individual before. Um, there is a lot of information here about this Colorado Springs incident, and this individual called, I believe his name is Kazon Best, and he was on a program with what's that Australian dude again? Good day, mate. He starts his videos with. Uh,
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah. I remember him.
oh,
Good day,
Ross
Mike.
Coulthard. Ross Coulthard. Yeah, now I remember. Um,
Ross.
yeah. So yeah, Kazon Best was on his program. He's a young guy. He was an intelligence officer at Colorado Springs, and he saw this sighting in Colorado Springs. I don't know which one of these corresponds to that. Okay, this is a document, but um,
What? How come all the good stuff goes to Colorado? What are they
I
looking
don't
for there?
know. But just listening to him, I was sort of blown away. I'm like, this guy is, I don't think he's lying. He saw something and it was truly amazing what he described. He described seeing, not just him, but five other people.
All right,
And it
let's
is a
take a
very
listen.
bad digital rendering. So these are the Cheyenne Mountains. I don't know if you can still see the screen. Um,
I can't.
Yeah, the Cheyenne Mountains, and he saw this thing. And first of all, these renderings that are prepared at the Department of Defense, I don't know they're using software from the 1990s or something. They're horrible. Like this description. So they described it as a potato, which is completely the wrong, which is not what Kazon Best
No,
described to us.
actually, you know what? This looks like exactly the thing that Captain Fravor described.
It does, but when you listen to K's Best, you might be exactly right. But there are some differences. So, for example, he described it as shimmering. There were sort of panels on it that were changing shape, even though the object itself did not change shape. And there were some different colors, possibly. But his description is amazing. So, definitely point viewers to listen to that video. And this happened in Colorado with five other or four other intelligence officers, five total. And he isn't lying. I think he's telling the truth, and his description is incredible. Of course, this begs the question: it's a highly populated area beyond below the mountain. So how come we haven't actually seen videos or images? Like, if this object was there,
Is that like an open space or is it like a gated community?
completely open space. So the town of Colorado Springs is sort of under the Cheyenne Mountains, and
Right.
if the way he did is broad daylight, so it's complete daylight, blue sky, no clouds, and he sees this, just object, huge object right there on top of Cheyenne and Cheyenne Mountain. Everyone's looking at Cheyenne Mountain, like that's just what's there, and it's just amazing that nobody can. But so okay, so that's amazing. Nobody captured video, but
Is this
a
is
lot
this
of
part
people
of
will.
like the foothills of the
Yes.
Aspen range?
Not the Aspen. So this is the town of Colorado. So south of Denver. Um,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and it's sort of it's called the Cheyenne Mountain Range. That's where they have the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. The NORAD facility is there, and this thing is right on top of the right on top of NORAD, basically. So it's just bizarre that the most secure airspace in the U.S. This thing
It's
is
in the
just
right
float.
place.
Yeah, and it's being viewed by intelligence officers that work in the most secure place, at NORAD, and they were involved in very sensitive goings on that day. Anyway, so he sees this, so I believe him. At the same time, you have this sort of um, uh, confounding thing that, okay, how come we don't have videos? I mean, I think when I looked online, I did see some on some forums people posting that they saw something. And it's understandable, like, and this wasn't quick. This was like minutes long. I think 2 to 5 minutes long, and so yeah. So I think this type of stuff I find very interesting. It would be nice if I'm sure if this thing was there, NORAD has some radar returns, like some hard data, that if there was some effort put into collecting all information from all sensors relating to one particular event and packaging it to paint a story, um, and and we haven't seen that yet. And maybe if they release everything they have, that people will do it for them. That there are plenty of enterprising people that are looking at this stuff. But anyway, so this is one of the things that I found interesting from the dump.
Isn't NORAD like the most advanced military aerospace facility in the U.S.? I mean,
Yes.
it's supposed to be the backup of everything.
Mhm.
If everything goes, oh wow! Can you blow this up? Can we see it full screen?
Let me try.
Oh wow!
This is called Orbs Over the Pond.
It's constantly changing shape.
Yeah, and possibly going into the pond. I saw some flickering there. Once again, the video resolution, I assume this is maybe zoomed in. That's why oh, no, it's getting zoomed in. The resolution is very pixelated for some reason. Um, Somebody should let an AI loose on all these dumps to isolate or clean up the data to digest better. But interesting. There's some
Yes.
gradations up here.
Yeah.
I can't really make out the exact topology of the ground. But okay, so that's interesting. October 2024, in Eyewitness, it says, observed a light source below the horizon, hovering above a pond, and a distance of 2,700 feet. Um, okay, interesting. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, have you seen that Syrian UFO thing? That was the wildest, uh, probably the best release of the bunch for me. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this one. This to me is the craziest one. Instantaneous acceleration. I think we talked about it before. I don't know if we put it into the
Yeah.
podcast, but
Yeah. We did.
here's this video. It's going, you could see the clouds moving behind it. Now, whether that's because the object is moving, no, see that. That is absolutely bonkers. And some people have said, "Oh, the camera is losing track," and that's not what's happening because, um, hang on. If you see, hang on, let me go even further back. Oops. Okay, so it's going through different speed modes, but Let me actually do real time scripts. So you can see the cloud moving behind it. Now, if the camera is losing lock, you would see the clouds move fast in the same direction as the object. If it's because the camera is losing lock, but that's not what's happening. It's going up there and it's moving and zooming away, and the clouds are still in this similar position. So it's whatever this thing is. This is bizarre. This is not the camera jerking away because you can see the background right there. The object is what if it is an actual object, assume it is, that thing, that's instantaneous acceleration.
Yeah, but it doesn't like shapeshift like the other ones. This one's got texture.
Yeah, it doesn't shape shift, it's just going away in a flash, and the background is not moving. That's the part that's amazing to me, and it's searching afterwards. It's a high quality sensor. I assume it's a military sensor that's looking at this thing. This is real time speed. Okay, that's wild. So
Yeah.
yes. So let me look at the description. Is there a description associated here? Maybe not. Um, so yeah. So I think that this one I found so far for me the standout video from the releases.
What was the instrument? Is this like FLIR footage?
Yeah, let me see. Somehow my it's not responding to me anymore. Let me reload the page. Okay.
They got you.
They got me. They're like, stop looking at this so closely.
It's interesting how that officer described it. He said it was shimmering.
Right.
That's the word he used. I'm talking about the one in Colorado. The
Yes.
one, yeah. He 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 he
So this
he
is, yeah,
said it
this is
was shimmering.
right. Shimmering, exactly. So this is derived from infrared sensor aboard U.S. military platform operating within the U.S. Central Command. So this is not a viewer, some random observer. This is a military platform. And then the camera is trying to establish lock again. Yeah, this is why like this is not the camera jerking away for one. Like I can't. The debunkers sometimes do amazing stuff and they actually debunk video, but some of these debunkings are just not credible. Like this is not camera losing lock. This is whatever it is.
This
That
is
thing
camera
is,
losing. This is camera losing the galaxy.
yeah, yeah. It's just zip. It's gone. This is it. Like this, like I can totally believe, unless there's some other explanation, like somebody like deep faked it, this is AI, or there can possibly other explanations. But if this is a real observation of a real object, so because this is a military platform, presumably they have radar returns on this. There's
Yeah,
information here that's
I
redacted in
get
these,
you. This
yeah, in these
cannot be
black.
conventional technology.
Yeah. So if it's a real object and the radar, they were able to get a radar return. This is not some kind of camera artifact, some bug in the camera. Something was there, and it's confirmed via radar returns as well that this thing zoomed away. Yeah, this is not conventional. This is not, we have nothing like it that anybody knows of. Like uh, aircraft can't do that. Like just the inertial forces alone are going to tear apart any material that we can make aircraft out of. Um,
Right, you are.
so yeah, so this is this is wild. Um, but not, without all the other data that presumably surrounds this event that we have or should have. It's hard to sort of go further on it. But this was made congressional. 8 members of the U.S. House of Representatives requested videos, and this was one of them. So specifically, they requested this, and we can see it. There's actually more video of it. You can see it on the screen. It's trying to follow it. There's something there, and this is infrared, so white hot. So it is giving off heat. Um, and I haven't seen these parts of the video before, actually. So there we go. So somebody's trying to lock into it, and it's kind of so this could be camera jerking away. So we can see that the clouds are kind of jerking away in the same direction. So this is not the object moving. Um, and it's there. Like they were following it for a while.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. So Disclosure Day has some like videos like this in the movie. I'm not giving any spoilers, but it has videos like, but this to me is like a real life, actual real video that's just as compelling as the as science fiction. And even if it's a drone, drones don't move like this. The way that this is moving, even without the jerking away, this is bizarre. It's kind of just waving, weaving in and out.
What if what if you hooked up a drone with jet propulsion? Would that
No, it won't work because then we would see, especially in this white hot kind of infrared, we would see plumes
right?
from jet. So this is not jet. Even about propeller, like I can see. Look, I don't have information. Even looking at the background, this thing is moving fast over vast distances that a drone doesn't move that way. And I understand I don't have all the information here in terms of ranging and distance, but that's my intuition. Like this thing is moving fast, even without the
You know
jerking.
what's you know what's boggling my mind right now? They can catch instantaneous acceleration on film, uh, but they can't catch piracy U-boats in the Persian Gulf.
That's right. All right. Well, it's 5 minutes, but it's very interesting. This is really interesting. And this is to 2021. So it's not too long far away in the past. And yeah, just totally totally bizarre. So there we go. So I know we've gone quite a bit longer than I planned. So maybe we kind of wrap it up and maybe I'll ask you this question. What are you expecting to or hoping? You can, answer it either way, to see in 2026.
Um, More of the same.
Hmm. So that's probably what you're expecting. But what are you
Yeah.
hoping, or are you hoping to also see more of the same?
What I'm hoping for is more of the blame.
Of the bling?
The blame, the cover up.
Oh, oh, you're hoping for that? Why would you be hoping for the cover-up?
That's the only way we get full disclosure. If there's enough blame to go
Ah,
around, we eventually arrive at the truth. I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
I see.
What
Yes.
I'm saying is, if more people start blaming whatever, and I'm not blaming, the government. I'm blaming whoever is persistently and tenaciously and very methodically been trying to divert our attention from the actual data and onto things that make little or no sense. But people aren't that stupid anymore. People can take it. We can take it. We can. We deserve it. People pay for it. They need to know the truth. So the only way to know the truth is to have more people talking about it, more people blaming the elements, whatever, people are responsible for concealing the facts. And that's the only way. So, once again, I'll say more of the same, but I'm hoping for more of the blame. If there's enough blame to go around, we there's a prayer that we just might get to know the truth.
Very good. I think well said. And I think with that, we can wrap up another episode of Into the Unknown, and we will do another one soon. Let's not let that many days go by before we do the next one.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care.